Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast.
This is a show dedicated to helping you become a better organist.
We're your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius.
And Aušra Motūzaitė Pinkevičienė.
We have over 25 years of experience of playing the organ.
And we've been teaching thousands of organists online from 89 countries since 2011.
So now let's jump in and get started with the podcast for today.
We hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 607 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Richard and he writes, I am a pianist and I'd love to get the pedals working when I sit at the organ. I also struggle with improvisation, which can be a real hindrance or a hindrance probably during church services. So two things, Aušra. Richard wants to play with pedals more effectively, and also improvise during church services. What do you say?
Yes, I guess if you are playing the organ, then the pedal is essential part of playing it, because otherwise, you could just play on the piano. But because, as we understood from your question, you are playing at church, yes, and during services, it means you are accompanying congregational singing or a choir, and that way, you really need to support it by a pedal playing, because it consists of 16-foot sounds that are crucial in accompanying singing. At least that's what I think.
So, what's the first step in playing the pedals? How to not get scared?
Well, just to play more with it, just to choose that. Since this day, I'm always be playing with my pedal too. Because especially, pianists, we tend to select repertoire without a pedal, which is not bad sometimes, but you will not improve your pedal technique if you won't use it often enough.
Of course, don't think that the only way to play the pedals is to play toccatas and fugues right away and jump, straight to the most advanced techniques with the pedals. No, you can just gradually wade your way into pedal playing, selecting easy pieces, or maybe even him playing soprano line in the pedals, like an exercise.
Well, or just to play all the hymns with the pedal, because some of your organists tends to omit to playing the bass line in the pedal too. I think that's quite a good start if you will play all the hymns with the pedals.
This is really difficult, if you have very fluid pedal line or bass line, and to put it in the pedals right away will take at least few days. And if an organist has 4 or 5 hymns to play that Sunday, I think it's too much, don't you think?
Well, it might be too much, but you could cheat sometimes. You could learn one hymn to play just in octaves. And you would double everything what you are playing with a pedal. The same melody, soprano line, to play it in an octave, setting the pedal. Other thing what you could do while playing bass line with a pedal and, playing alto and soprano voice with right hand, you could omit tenor part, which often gives trouble for beginners especially.
Yes, and try not to make this crucial mistake when you are playing the bass line both in the left hand and in the pedals. Don't double it, because we tend to learn hand and feet coordination by playing different melodies, not the same kind of melodies in the hand and feet. So be aware, because I know many people still do this.
Sure. And then, of course, you can, choose to play organ repertoire with a pedal too. But for example, if you are not capable, to learn a new music every week, maybe you could pick up some pieces that have easy pedal part. Let's say like some of Italian composers like Cipollone, for example, Domenico. He often uses like only one sustained pedal line throughout the piece, or it goes from C to G and then back to C. So that's really easy.
You mean like pedal point?
Yes, like pedal point.
What about the courses that we offer for pedal playing? Would that be helpful?
Yes, I think our pedal course is very helpful.
We have several. For example, you can choose if you are a really beginner of pedal playing. You could choose 10-day pedal playing workshop, and for 10 days you could play those exercises. Not a long time, right? To see if it's doable for you. If you are more advanced and want to, like perfect your pedal technique, we recommend organ pedal virtuoso master course. Pedal virtuoso means you would be playing all kinds of scales and arpeggios over 1 and 2 octaves with one or even both feet together. So check them out, and remember that the secret to perfect pedal technique is the flexibility of an ankle. That's what Marcel Dupré said when he wrote his organ method book, and in his memoirs he wrote that when he was a boy, like teenager maybe, he cut one of his wrists, and it was dangerous because it was just a centimeter away from very important artery, and for 3 months he couldn't play with his hands, but he said for 3 months he played pedal scales and arpeggios with vengeance, and that's how he became invincible in pedal playing.
Excellent story. So now what could you advise about the improvisation?
Well, also we have courses for that, all kinds of courses. You just have to choose which direction to go: hymn-based improvisation or free improvisation or both. For hymn improvisation we have this level 1 course where the hymn melody is in one hand and the accompaniment, or as we call it, counterpoint, is in another hand. It's without the pedals for starters, just 2 simple voices, and it starts note against note. Really, really simple. 1 chorale note equals 1 counterpoint note, and then goes a little bit more fluid, 2 against 1, 4 against 1, and then finally sort of like suspensions and free counterpoint in the free voice. And this is really helpful if you want to start creating chorale partitas later on and chorale preludes in historical styles maybe. What do you think, Osha?
Yes, I think it's really helpful courses.
I'm kind of applying the same technique now, but in a more advanced way when I'm recording videos based on Genevan Psalms, and I'm teaching various techniques: how to put chorale line in the soprano with ornamentation, how to put a chorale line in the tenor with the trumpet registration, or in the bass with organ principal chorus mixture sounds, to create like a chorale, Richard Carr style. It's possible to do this. You just have to be patient and scale back a little bit your expectation, and don't be scared of the unknown, because every day when you're doing this you discover something new, and this is really fun. What about free improvisation? If you were a beginner, Osho, where would you start?
Well, I would probably start by improvising prelude.
Like a verset?
Yes, like a verset. Short prelude.
Yeah, if you want to base your improvisations on a tonal style, before actually doing the verset, probably harmony is the first step. or even theory, to know all those basic chords, 3-note, 4-note chords and their inversions. And then you can go to 4-part disposition of voices and voice leading in harmony, connecting those chords, like Osha and I would be teaching in our courses. But then later you can start making up melodies and making up answers and questions and answers, and expanding those questions and answers into meaningful dialogue between those parts, into let's say 16 or 20 minute or 16 and 20 measure short verset. This could be very helpful for playing a prelude or a postlude during church service, right?
Yes, or you could improvise toccata too.
Yes, you just have to add some kind of figuration in the hands and place the tune in the bass line.
Yes, or also the sustain the long notes in the pedals too. If it's hard for you to play pedals for now.
Or actually have variety of those textures. Sometimes pedal line is moving, sometimes it's stationary, sometimes the tune migrates to the right hand part even. It's possible. Or even to the left hand if you are more advanced.
But what would you say it's easier for beginner improviser? Is it free improvisations or it's chorale based improvisations?
The way I teach chorale improvisations, it's obviously chorale improvisations. It's just two voices, note against note. Anyone can start. If you can read one line at a time, like a hymn tune. If you can play one hymn in the right hand, you can think about those sweet intervals, thirds and sixths, in the left hand part, and then switch.
Actually, that's what I was thinking too, that probably to have some kind of melody, some kind of theme, given to you, it's easier because it's your beginning,
Yeah.
you have something to grasp on.
And the harmony might come later. Remember, before there was a harmony, harmonic style, tonal style, there was a contrapuntal style with counterpoints. And people first learned polyphony like this in species counterpoint, 17th century. And then later in 18th century, with Rameau, people started writing harmony treatises based, I would say, on figured bass.
Yes, it was
Basso continuo.
very important in the Baroque times.
So all kinds of directions you could take, but choose one path and stick with it for a while. At least until you get to see some results and decide if it's for you or not. Alright guys, this was Vidas.
And Usha.
Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This podcast is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online.
It has hundreds of courses, coaching, and practice materials for every area of organ playing. Thousands of instructional videos and PDFs. You will not find more value anywhere else online.
Total Organist helps you to master any piece, perfect your technique, develop your sight reading skills, and improvise or compose your own music, and much, much more.
Sign up and begin your training today at organduo.lt and click on Total Organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
If you like our organ music, you can also support us on Patreon and get free CDs.
Find out more at patreon.com/secrets of organ playing.